Very much. The next question is from Sam Wood.
Mr. Gates, a topic that has not yet been broached tonight, but is nevertheless one that's quite important for our world at the moment, is the one of our environment. And you've said in the past that in order to stop global temperature rise, we must cut our total carbon footprint globally to zero, which would mean those in the third world must do so as well. How do you propose to cut the carbon footprint of those who already have the bare minimum in terms of industrial technology, which even now is not enough to properly sustain them?
Well, the key is not the CO2 emissions of the third world. If you think of the poorest countries, they're responsible for less than 5% of the carbon emission. And when I say the poorest, I don't mean the middle income. I don't mean Brazil, Mexico, China, Indonesia. I mean the 70 that are the very poorest. And so for them, it's such a small percentage that they should not have imposed upon them that they have to buy more expensive energy. They are the ones who will suffer the most, because it's actually tropical agricultural environments where the heating will cause the most starvation because of extreme crop failure. And so it's incumbent on the rest of the world to get CO2 emissions down. And it's a very urgent thing that requires us to fund innovation, to fund incentives. It's not an immediate problem, but it's a huge problem that you've got to act now to make a big difference.
Yeah, there is a global fund, although it's running out of money, for health issues. Should there be a global fund for environmental issues to actually help this process?
I don't think a new mechanism is what's required. The thing you want to do that has the longest lead time is you want to increase research in energy R&D. And it's very disappointing that as people have taken money and subsidized various things, that the research on things that would be very economical hasn't increased. Even the US, if you look at the balance of research, and they're by far the biggest funder of energy research, like many other categories, the amount of deployment money has been almost 10 times the research money, and the research has not gone up much. So I'm not sure a new mechanism is what's required.
Okay, let's move on. We have another question.